Welcome back to Next Stage Podcast, everyone. We have Mo Music in the studio here. Well, we're in their studio for once. We are actually visiting. Our first time visiting a foreign studio. I feel a little, out of place, slightly uncomfortable, not in my own environment.
Incredibly awkward.
But Jeff's doing his best to make me feel even more awkward. So why don't you guys introduce yourselves, and then we'll get cracking on what this project is.
Ladies first.
Ooh, you hadn't worked this out, had you?
Roasted. I'm Jeff Moro. I play the bass, the guitar, kind of, and the synth bass in this project.
Synth bass, meaning like on this thing that we see here? Okay.
This guy. Yeah.
What's that called?
Innovation Base Station.
Innovation Base Station. It's got a nice ring to it.
Yeah.
And my man over here?
Issac, Monts, drummer. That's about it. I don't do anything else but play the drums. Some sample pads over there.
Do you prefer drummer or percussionist? Because some people are picky.
I don't play percussion. I play the drums.
Yeah.
If I had like shakers and tambourines over there, then I'd be a percussionist.
So it's the extra things that are not like the skin head, skin drums that's called percussion?
Yeah. I mean, it's all percussive, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you consider like congas and like djembes?
Yes.
Those are drums or percussion?
Those are drums, but they're also percussion. Yeah, I don't know. I think
So there's
the
a
drum set.
Sounds like a murky world.
Yeah,
You weren't prepared for this question, were you?
It's a gray area.
Define percussion. So anyway, together you're collectively known as Mo Music.
Yeah.
So it's just the two of you guys.
Yep.
And I've seen some of the videos up on YouTube and stuff. You have an EP coming out. You're going to be releasing that in May, I hear. May 15th is the set release date. So talk about the project. How'd you guys get together? When did you start playing together? Where did this project come from?
Well, it kind of came to be... Well, first of all, we met on the internet.
Oh, isn't that
where we
sweet?
Yeah.
Craigslist or
Tinder.
Nice.
No, he posts a lot of stuff to YouTube, and I knew that he had played with a bunch of people that I played with before, so I checked out his stuff, and then I hit him up, and he wasn't too busy at the time.
Uh-oh, sounds like a little tension's built there. Is there some busyness that's crept in?
Yes,
quite
a bit.
Some.
Yeah.
See, is that part of the busyness?
It
Turn your
sure
phone
is.
off, man. Come on. This is an interview.
Jesus Christ.
So it was like around this time last year, Memorial Day, I was still leading a really large band called the Recess Bureau. There was 9 of us. The drummer had just quit. And I was like working out who the hell was going to play the drums. And then I hit him up. And then like 2 weeks later, I was like, I'm just going to end that band.
Yeah.
I didn't play any shows.
Forget those 8 other people.
we
That's quite an
rehearsed
impression you made.
We rehearsed once, and I was just like, I don't want to do this anymore. And then he was like, well, I'm still down to do like a duo project. And I was like, that actually sounds way easier than 9 people.
Yeah.
The only more difficult part is that I'm like looping a lot of shit and like playing DDR while I'm,
So you got good balance.
I'm working on it. Yeah, it's a whole new realm of my brain that opened up as a result of this project. But
Yeah. So do you ever get into a situation where you're trying to get 2 pedals at once? So you got to like
yeah,
heel
it doesn't
toe?
work. It doesn't work. It doesn't really work.
You just have to
I have
adapt.
to
You have to really wonder, is that effect worth it or not?
yeah,
foot,
right. You have to make a lot of creative sacrifices when you're doing this, and you got to figure out other ways to make things work.
Do you ever think about like having them raised up so they can trigger by hand, like Robert Fripp and King Crimson? He used to have his pedals like up on a
Yeah,
mic
I could
stand.
do that.
and-
I could whack-a-mole with my pedals. but-
Maybe just hire a guy with a hammer.
Yeah.
Stand there.
then you're a trio.
So what were you doing before this project? Isaac, was it?
Yes. So what was I doing before this project? So it's kind of
Besides
crazy.
being busy.
Yeah, I don't know. So this band Mid-Atlantic Title kind of hit me up at the same time. Jeff hit me up.
Okay.
So I was kind of playing.
Heard that name.
Mutual friends.
Yeah, those are my guys. I play with them too, every now and then. But before this, I was, I play at my church and that kind of thing. And then, I've got a few artists I play for. So, like R&B, hip hop kind of stuff. And then like some straight ahead jazz stuff. So I was kind of just freelance, like call me if you need a drummer and, jumping around from gig to gig.
Hired gun.
So that's where I was at. And then, Mid-Atlantic hit me up and they were like, yeah, we need a drummer. Actually, my friend Chris Irvin like tagged me in their post saying they needed a drummer. So then we kind of talked. So I had like an audition with them, but then like a week later or like around the same time, like a week before the audition, Jeff hit me up and was like, yo, I need a drummer in my band. So I was like, oh shoot.
Yeah.
Like all
In
these,
demand.
yeah, all these
Swooped in.
opportunities. So I was like, all right, well, I'm going to do this because this is kind of like, so I don't play prog rock. I grew up in like gospel, like R&B, jazz stuff. So to play with them was cool, but then to play like nice, funky, like backbeat stuff, that's like where I'm at. So it was great to have him hit me up. So unfortunately, we didn't get to play a show, but we played shows together. So
And it's
way better.
So that was with
Now.
the 9-piece band that you originally were doing, and then you
Yeah.
decided, let's
Yeah.
just trim this down, trim the fat off.
trim
He
the fat,
decided-
kill the whole fucking cow.
I was on the road and I get a text in the band up like, so guys.
I remember he was like, all right, nice playing with you
Yeah,
guys.
it's like awesome time.
So you guys got beef now?
So
Nah,
much.
A lot of it. We got a freezer full, apparently. Isn't this studio called Jeff's Beef Locker? That's what I heard. I don't know. So what would you guys describe this music as, this project? Is there a title? Is there a genre? Or do you not even want to give it a genre?
I don't know. I don't really like being asked that question because I feel like
No one
people-
does.
Yeah, I know, but it's like people get too caught up in, because if we said it was jazz, then automatically it's got like,
Why aren't
oh
you
yeah, wah. Then it's got that. But then if you say fusion, it's like fusion is kind of a weird way of describing something. And then if you say funk, then it's funk. I don't really know. how
Slap
to
bass, your favorite.
Yeah, right. My favorite thing in the world, slap bass.
Just slap that whole tree of basses
Right.
every day. Don't even take them off. Run around. So what inspires you guys with the music? Is it just like new, fresh ideas? Are there any like artists you have in common, or is it the differences that make it work?
There's a lot of things that we have in common. We both like a lot of the same music. But the way it works is I'm usually like down here for a couple months at a time, writing some new things, and then he comes through.
I'm like, yo, change this.
Change this, change that. There was one time where I was playing a tune by myself for like 2 months. He remembers this.
Okay.
And then like the first time we played it together, I literally cried because it grooved so goddamn hard. It's the second track on our EP. It's called SLudge, and like I've never cried because somebody's pocket just like boom.
Yeah. So it sounds like there was just a natural fit in the way you guys work together, and it was just like you don't need anybody else, just the two of you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's outside of the music, you know. It's about like the personality and stuff too. So we just kind of hang and chill. I don't want to just play with anybody, you know.
Right.
I don't care if you're killing on the bass. If you're an asshole, like don't talk to me. So
Yeah. That is very important. Yeah, if you got to work with somebody, you got to be able to get along and hang outside of it.
right.
And then, so these is going to be 4 songs in the EP?
Yeah, it'd be 4 tracks.
4
4 instrumental tracks.
And these were they all like worked out prior to you guys getting together, or did you like kind of collaborate on any of them, or do you kind of come up with the riffs and then he comes in once you've got the structure set?
Yeah, it's kind of...
That was an open-ended question.
Yeah. Usually I'm down here writing things for a while.
Yeah.
And then he'll just come in and lay it down. I mean, there's some things that get changed here and there.
But did any of these come out of jams where you guys are just jamming together and, oh, what's that riff? Or is there's something set
I
and
think
you're coming into?
we've got a couple of those that aren't on the EP, right?
Maybe. I don't know.
Some riffs.
Got some riffs.
Stuff we came up with.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's usually writing, and then I'll come in and like pick it apart and tell him what I don't like.
So you kind of compose and then you'll come in and edit a little bit.
Yeah.
That's good
Right.
though.
It's healthy, you know. It's not like there's 7 other people,
Right.
you know.
Way too much input.
Yeah, it wasn't even that though. It was just like a lot of personalities, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, going from like you said 9-person band to 2. Like what does that feel like?
You know, it came at a time where I was getting ready to go back to school, so I really just wanted to simplify my life in general and just simplify the way I approached music and say, okay, I'm not even going to think about anything I do anymore when it comes to music. And if it feels right, just going to go with it. Or even if it doesn't feel right, I'm just going to see what I can get out of it.
Yeah, not
You know?
questioning it, just like
Right.
following it. So EP's coming out. What other plans are there for this project? Do you guys have any shows you're gonna do, or is this a studio project? Is this a performance project at all?
Played a few shows.
Yeah, we played a couple.
like Stella Blues, Widows, and Danbury.
We know Widows all too well.
I think everyone who's been on here so far has
There's a common thread.
Stadium.
dabbled in there. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think for now, we're really gonna be working on studio stuff and trying to get enough content for our album, and we'll see. Hopefully that blows up and allows us to play live.
Yeah.
I'm in like 3 other projects playing live every weekend, so
That's
I
awesome.
really don't have time to play like extra live stuff. So
Yeah.
I really like this to like be able to write and just record.
Mm-hmm.
So
It's got its own separateness to it.
Yeah, it works out because we don't see each other for like this is the first time we've seen each other in
all year, is it?
in 2000. Yeah, but if you're counting FaceTime, but
That doesn't count. It's the first time.
This is the first time in
we've
2019.
touched each
Yeah.
other.
Oh, well, we won't take up too much of your time. I'm sure you have a lot of catching up to do.
Yeah, I mean, there's been like the first time we got together was in August, and then the next time we got together was in like November. So what really helps this out is we record a whole bunch of things, and then I mix it, I master it. He edits the video, and then we put out the video, and we're like, all right, let's coast for a couple months, and then he comes back in.
Oh, so you do all the video work?
Yeah, he does the videos, I do the audio.
So people can go on YouTube and find these just under Mo Music?
Yep.
Is that what it's under? And
Yeah, but be careful, because if you search Mo Music, you'll get Medal of Honor music.
Oh.
And you'll have to be scrolling for a while.
MOH.
MOH and then
Space music,
Space
but then you'll
music.
still get Medal of Honor as
Ooh.
a lot of the first search.
Is there any
You just
other
gotta get
like
the views up, man.
Yeah.
easier
Take
ways
over,
to like people can tag into it? Is there like any
You might
of
be
your
able to
names
search our
associated?
names.
Okay.
Or if you do at.
Do you have a channel?
Yeah, we do have a channel, but we don't have 100 subscribers yet, so we can't have our own link.
So we need more
okay.
subscribers. So hit
There
that
we go.
subscribe.
Subscribe, not to Medal
Well,
of Honor.
follow us on Instagram, at
Okay.
moh.music.
MOh.music on Instagram. That's where people can.
Yeah, and then
Keep track of what's going
you'll
on.
find everything there. And then we've got our link tree.
Yeah, the link tree's on there. Everything you'll be able to find it.
Okay, so that's probably the best place for people to
Yeah.
not get confused with Medal of Honor music.
Right.
In
Right.
that way. Unless, I don't know, maybe they're into that. What does that mean? Is that a game?
Medal of Honor is like
Like
a game on
military?
PS2.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah.
So like people listen
I think
to
it
like
goes
the
back to,
soundtrack
like,
from that?
way even before PS2. Too.
Really?
Yeah, I think it was PlayStation 1, actually.
Wow.
That's crazy.
One of the original war games.
So there's a market for video game music online, I guess. That's what it seems to indicate.
Apparently it was a hell of a soundtrack.
Yeah, I guess.
Interesting. So, not the Medal of Honor music. Go for Mo Music on Instagram, and you'll be able to check out what they're doing. Got some videos up on YouTube. EP's coming out in May. Anything else you guys want to plug here? This is like, I know this is a, sort of prepping people for what's going to come. I don't know if you have any other thoughts about music in general you'd like to share. What inspires you? Why are you doing it? No?
I'm just gonna keep it real and keep doing it.
Yeah.
There we go. Mo Music, keeping it real. From Jeff's Beef Locker down down here in Brookfield.
That's a permanent name.
Jeff's Beef Locker.
Got a very interesting T-shirts that will come out of that.
Oh man.
But no, we're in the studio here. This is where all these songs have been recorded. All the videos have been made. There's a bunch of GoPros I've seen around. So this is the space for it. So check out Mo Music. And thanks for tuning in to Next Stage. Thank you guys for
Thanks for having us.
doing an episode with us. We appreciate it.
Definitely.
And looking forward to the release. Maybe we'll do like a review sort of thing when it comes out and it's official.
Definitely got to get you guys up to the place in the summer, too.
Yeah.
Do some, got some new ideas. We might, might have some performances up there. So
Barn jams, barn performance sort of thing. Got a finished barn up there. So, yeah, man.
Let's do it.
Keep keeping it real,
We
as you
will.
said.
Yeah.
And keep doing it.
Right on.
All right.
Thanks, guys.
Right on.
Awesome. That's a wrap.
It's a wrap.